Okay, guys. Quick little VHS update. My package just came in the mail today. I still collect Japanese tapes. I haven't sold my collection. I just got done talking about all these WCW VHS tapes. Went to look out the door, and surprise, surprise, my package was here. So, just 4 new movies. All 4 horror films. All 4 slasher films. I'm a big slasher movie fan. Not a surprise there. If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know I'm a huge slasher movie geek. So 3 are definitely slasher films. 1 is kind of a proto slasher film, but we're going to talk about them. Just quick, nothing crazy. And the first one, we'll talk about the possible slasher film first, and that is A Bay of Blood, aka Twitch of the Death Nerve, depending on what part of the world you live in. Let me push these out of the way. This is Mario Bava 70. What year was this made? 70? 71? 71, I believe. Really good. I don't want to call it... I guess you could call it a giallo film, but this is more like an Italian slasher film. It's very early on, before slasher films were a thing, but it's heavily influenced slasher movies into the future. Anyone who's familiar with my channel knows I'm a big Friday the 13th fanboy, so there's multiple kills lifted directly from this film straight into the Friday the 13th franchise. You've got the axe in the original in the face, or even the machete in the face of the gentleman in the wheelchair in part 2. That's lifted directly from this kill. You've got the bed scene with the spear going through the couple having sex in bed. That happens in part 2. Tom Savini said this was a big influence on his early work and his career. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's not... There's multiple killers. That's not a shock. That's not a surprise. That's a bit of a better picture of... He's got his eyes closed there. Eyes open here. Multiple killers. I love the beginning scene where someone dies and the killer is preparing to leave the scene, and then the killer gets killed. That's a really good little scene. Let's see what the tape looks like. Yeah. Well, nothing fancy. Just red and white. Some rental stickers on there, but that's okay. Yeah, there's Bay of Blood. Very influential to future slasher films. I'm happy to have that one. And these, I bought all these. There's just 4 tapes, 4 movies. I bought all 4 of these from the same seller on eBay. Next is Mother's Day. So shipping wasn't an arm and a leg. It didn't ship from Japan. Shipped from the States. Shipped within my own state. Very fair on pricing. Yeah, Mother's Day. This is a Toho. I said Toho because that tape had Toho. This is a Troma movie, a very early Troma movie. What's that say? Tokyo International Fantastic Film Festival, 87. Wow, this came out in 80. Anyway, this is Mother's Day. This is a really disgusting, grimy... It's more like a rape revenge film than a slasher film. I'd still consider it a slasher film, but definitely more of an I spit on your grave type of film than, a Friday the 13th or a burning film. And you know what's funny? I just realized all 4 of these movies are like woods, backwoods, or in the woods, or in nature slasher films. So yeah, you've got Mother's Day. Group of 3 ladies, college roommates, go out after 10 years they haven't seen each other, go out, end up in the woods, end up being hunted and stalked by this crazy weird family, and then they get abducted and terrible things happen. And yeah, I watched this at a wildly inappropriate age as a kid. Let's see what this tape looks like. Oh, more red. Nice. Red, black, and white. Cool. Next. Now, the next two are the ones I'm most excited for. Not that Mother's Day and A Bay of Blood is anything to turn your nose at, but next is Bloody Pom-Poms, aka Cheerleader Camp. This movie is great. It's campy, no pun intended. It's definitely a cult horror film. It kind of came out at the tail end of the slasher boom, 88. It's the year I was born. Tons of nudity. You even see, I can't remember the character's name. He's a heavy-set guy. He moons the entire camp from his van. You get to see his giant rear end. Surprisingly well done kills and kill effects on a few kills. I won't spoil them if you've never seen it, just in case you've randomly stumbled across this Japanese tape video and you want to watch Cheerleader Camp from 1988. This was originally called Bloody Pom-Poms, and the distributor changed it to Cheerleader Camp because at the time he was worried that Bloody Pom-Poms wouldn't be picked up for like cable distribution and like shown on cable TV because Bloody Pom-Poms was a little too suggestive of a title. It's funny, you know, life's different now, but back then it was an issue. I can't remember these characters' names. It's been quite a while since I've seen this film, but I believe she gets hit by a car. I don't want to spoil any other kills, but there are a couple of really surprisingly good, gory effects and really well done effects for how tiny the budget is for this movie. It's funny, unintentionally campy funny. There's a scene where the cheerleaders do like a rap song to two male cheerleaders. Yeah, if you want to watch like a serious slasher film like The Burning or My Bloody Valentine or something like that, this isn't for you. This is more like silly, have a good time, have a bit of a laugh type of a slasher film. There's a Playboy playmate in this. I can't remember her name. I don't think it's any of them. Is it her? No. Yeah. No? It's one of them. She actually went on to do pretty hardcore pornography, but she's in this film. There's mascots. Buck Flowers is in this. Buck Flowers is great. He's a cool character actor. Let's see what the tape looks like. And surprise, surprise, it's red and kind of. Can you pick that up on the camera? Kind of shiny. The silver's kind of shiny. That's cool. I'm really happy to have this in the collection. I have never found this for a decent price until recently, and I had to have it. And then the final tape is The Prey. The Prey is a very underrated little backwoods slasher film, and it's kind of disappointing that they show the killer right on the cover because they kind of try to keep it not a secret, but they kind of keep it hidden what he looks like through a good chunk of it. But whatever, that's what the killer looks like. He's disfigured from a fire. This is the uncut version, which is 96 minutes. I believe the DVD version's like 82 minutes, something like that. And for a very, very, very long time, you couldn't find this other than VHS. I think a few years ago, Arrow did finally do a Blu-ray release of this, but this is the Japanese cut, and all these images on the back here, it's just campers in the woods. Well, not campers, I guess the hikers, rock climbers. They're just going out for an adventure in the woods, and they meet this guy, and he stalks them and kills them. And there's Bronson. Hello, my man. So in the Japanese home release, it is like 15 minutes of backstory. He's a gypsy. He's part of a gypsy family from the 1940s, the 40s, I think. And it burns down and everyone dies but him. He's like a child and he survives, but he has horrific burns and he ends up living in the woods, and then he finds these people and stalks them and kills them. It's a decent little backwoods slasher film. Nothing crazy. But again, happy. I have never found this for a decent price. Really happy to have all 4 of these movies in my collection, to be honest. But Cheerleader Camp and The Prey definitely are the 2 that I am happy the most with. But yeah, I'm still alive. Oh, let's check. Oh, let's check what this tape looks like. And 4 for 4. We've got red and black. So we got red on all 4 of these tapes. Very cool. Very nice. So I'm still alive. I still collect tapes. I'm still here. I just, I just choose to be a dad and spend my money that way. But haven't bought tapes in a while, so I wanted to buy some more. Anyway, that's it, guys. I have no idea when my next video will be. Could be a month, could be another 3 years. So take care, and I'll see you next time.